discover a story or use the construction game. Choose by clicking on a drawing. Long before it was discovered that the earth was round, good King Hector reigned over the kingdom of Avalon. The king, Queen Eleanor, and their children Arthur and Marianne lived in the highest tower of Pentagon Castle. The knights of Pentagon stood guard, protecting them from barbarian invasions. Although Arthur often tried talking to the knights, they just looked at him silently before continuing on their way.
I don't understand why these knights won't talk to me. No matter what I say to them, they never answer. Look, watch this. Excuse me, Sir Knight. I told you, no reaction at all. Perhaps I'm just too small.
It's been snowing again. What awful weather!
I'm expecting you for your Latin lessons, Prince Arthur. Don't be late.
You there, my good man. Go and fetch me some wood. Oh, all right, I'll do it myself.
One evening, when all were fast asleep, Arthur's curiosity led him to the knight's chamber. Arthur quietly opened the heavy door to the chamber. All the knights were there, statue-like and silent as ever.
What's going on here? All the knights are asleep standing up?
Without a second, Arthur closed the door. The mystery deepened.
Perhaps the knights don't ever sleep. Because, in case of an attack? No, that's ridiculous. Even knights need sleep. It's all so very strange. Oh, let's go and see what there is to eat in the kitchens instead.
Arthur was just going into the kitchens when he heard a noise.
Who can that be at this time of night?
The door to a secret passage opened in front of him, revealing an old staircase. Trying to be brave, Arthur entered the dark tunnel. He had come to a great hall, empty and silent. Arthur could see two shadows opposite each other, as if they were talking. One of them was a knight, but who was the other? The king himself.
What a strange place. Who are those two shadows? Upon my word! Yes, it's my father, the king. What's he doing with that knight?
Ow, 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 ow. These stumps are too slippery.
Two shadows continued their conversation. Suddenly, the king seemed to stick both of his arms right into the knight's stomach. Overcome with fear, Arthur rushed up the stairs, ran into his bedroom, and dove under his bed. It was still snowing when the dawn broke the following day. The heavy, forbidding sky hung low over the horizon. Everything appeared to be normal. The king didn't look any different. It seemed to Arthur as if last night had only been a horrible dream. Everyone had finished eating, and only Arthur remained at the table when his father returned. The king led him towards the secret passage, the same passage that Arthur had discovered the night before.
From now on, two of us will know that this passage exists. It was dug out of stone by our ancestor, King Alosus. Alosus the Ingenious, as he was known.
In the great hall, the most secret room in the entire castle, a knight was waiting, silently, and standing very still.
Arthur, the time has now come for me to tell you our secret. You don't need to worry any longer.
What's that knight doing here, Father? This is really weird.
Can you see that load of old garbage? Amazing!
Arthur, do you see the emblem set in the armor? Press it very lightly and it will open the helmet.
Yes, my boy. This knight is none other than a very strong, ingenious device. Listen, let me explain it all to you. As you know, for as long as anyone can remember, our kingdom has been attacked by hordes of barbarians. Our ancestor, Alosus the Ingenious, tried to find a way to avoid losing his brave knights in the terrible fighting.
Alosus drew up the plans for an amazing device that brought his mechanical knights to life. Unfortunately, Alosus did not have time to finish.
And he died, taking the secret of his fabulous machine with him. He had told no one of his project. One day, while I was working in the library, I came across a very ancient manuscript bearing the seal of Alosus. It contained the plans for his inventions. I went straight to work because my generals had told me about the war raging at our borders.
The king decided to send his whole army to fight on the borders and to deal a decisive blow to his enemies.
Are we off then?
Hey, what are you up to? Have you gone mad?
Sorry, the saddle was tickling me.
I immediately began building the mechanical knights and managed to complete a fair number of them. And they protect our castle to this day.
Arthur was astounded by these revelations.
So now, Arthur, you know the secret. Come, let's go back upstairs.
They had just left the secret passage when
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! We're under attack!
the king rushed into the courtyard. There was great excitement. Everyone was preparing for battle. Armed with a short sword, Arthur ran into the ramparts. His blood froze when he looked down at the sight below him. The barbarian hordes were attacking from all quarters. Brandishing bludgeons, spears, swords, and axes, the frightening array of weapons bode ill for the brave subjects of Avalon.
I can see the castle. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them. We'll get them. The kingdom's ours. Easy as child's play. Long live the chief. Onward! Onward! Let's massacre the chickens! We're going to take over. I'm hungry. I'm cold. I want to go home. Death to them all! Soon, my children, it will all be ours. Chief, it's a big castle. I was just testing my sledgehammer to see how good I was. Don't worry, your helmet's okay.
They were submerged in an avalanche of stones and a continuous flow of hot tar from the top of the castle. Arthur admired the knights. These mechanical wonders fought bravely and defended the castle wonderfully.
Cowards! You'll never have the castle.
But the enemy was too many. Little by little, the number of knights dwindled. There were only 10 of them left when the main door finally gave way to the battering ram. The wild hordes burst into the inner courtyard. A barbarian who appeared to be the horde's chief murmured something incomprehensible, and with evil intention he moved toward the king.
Knight! 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 Knight!
Suddenly, the barbarian came to a halt. A great clamor could be heard, growing louder and louder.
My army! My army is back!
Seeing that the chief barbarian was now a prisoner, and the army of the knights were continuing to charge, the barbarians scattered. From that day on, barbarians were never seen in Avalon again. To celebrate their victory and the return of the king's army, the people of Avalon organized a great banquet. That evening, the mechanical knights were the stars. Standing next to one of them, Arthur couldn't stop staring. As one of the knights turned around and slowly raised its visor, 2 glass marbles glowed in the darkness within. Arthur saw a little spark in one of them, and he understood. The mechanical knight had just winked at him. Discover a story or use the construction game. Do you want to continue the construction?
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
Have you finished playing? You can discover a story or use the construction game. Choose by clicking on a drawing. Do you want to stop playing?